This is my 2014 Jaguar F-Type. I've owned this car for about 3 months now. It's been great fun. It's just got the usual annual service coming up. So there's actually a couple of things that I want to do to the car. Most of those things are going to be done at the garage, but today we are going to do the air filters and then also the cabin filter, as well as trying to diagnose a problem with the window washer pump. So here's everything that we have for the job so far. You've got the usual sort of axle stands, jack, sockets and stuff, and then these are the filters that we've gone for. So we've gone for the 2-man air filters, and then this top one is the cabin filter. Okay, so we've just got the car up on the jack stands and we've got both front wheels off. So we have a couple of stands under each side and then the jack on this side and then also the wheels underneath, so fingers crossed this thing isn't going anywhere. The next step then to do the air filters is to get the under tray off. So there's quite a big under tray which kind of gets in the way a little bit, and then also the full wheel arch line on each side just to get access to each of the air boxes. I think we're going to do this side first, so we'll pick up there. Okay, so we managed to get the first couple of T27s out. I've just run into some sort of trouble back here, so you can see this one is pretty rusty, and then I gave that one a good go before it rounded off. So I think I'm probably going to get the Dremel out, cut a slot in it to use a screwdriver to get it out, and then I'll have to get some new ones another day. So here are the two washers. So one of these does the windscreen and one of them does the headlights. I'm just going to go in the car now and see if this motor is actually running, and then if it is, we'll probably just try to pull the motor out and see if there's any sort of blockage within the motor itself. Hopefully that's enough to get it sorted, but let's find out. So the motor's clearly running, we can hear that. For some reason it sounds like there is no water in the tank, so I guess let's pull this motor out and just see if there is actually water in this tank. Oh, I've just seen a lot of sort of green algae stuff come out of that, which I'm happy with. And then if we look here, doesn't look very nice in there, so let's try to clean that out. Okay, so inside the motor does look really clean actually. That's perfect. So it's this little filter. It's pretty clogged up. So we'll go and give that a clean, put it back in, and then give it another try. Okay, we're just giving that a quick clean. You can sort of see through that now. So I've just got the other pump out here. I figured if this one was dirty, then this one was also going to be dirty, and yeah, the filter's pretty clogged up as well, so we'll just go and give this a clean. I'm pretty happy with the tank now. I've put some soap in there and then also washed it out with the hose, and I appreciate you probably couldn't see this before, but there was a lot of sort of black greeny algae stuff in there now, which just is completely gone, so it looks really clean from here. So I think we're ready to put it all back together once it's clean. Okay, so this is the airbox here, so the air filter is just sitting just in here. There's various screws just like this one here, actually attaching this bottom half to the top half. So I think the best thing to do is probably going to be sort of go around, I guess, taking the screws out from underneath the car. So I'll do that now. I've just given the airbox a quick vacuum out. There's just a little bit of dust in there and things like that. That's the new filter in. Okay, so the airbox is all back together now. In terms of starting, just like I did on the time lapse, definitely start from this angle because you've got to see where you're putting these clips. I just put one screw in there to hold it, and then I went and put the pipe on. Okay, so it's the next day here now, and I'm just tidying up, and I just thought I'd very quickly show how this air filter is sort of completely twisted. This just was not installed in the car correctly. It's pretty clear. You know, if you compare it to the other one, you can see this one has not been sitting how it should, and I know the one that I've put in, you know, is nothing like this. This was either installed by Jaguar or a reputable Jaguar specialist. I've not checked the history, but I know that the car's only had either of those looking at it, so it kind of just goes to show that sometimes doing things yourself is potentially the best way to go, even when you could have it done by like sort of a supposedly reputable garage, because that, I mean, there's literally a hole in it here, which I have not done, so yeah, interesting. Okay, so I've managed to actually just get the air filter out with the wheel arch lining still in place, and it probably took 5 or 10 minutes to get that off. So I'm going to see if I can get that back in very easily without actually taking the lining off, and I will, well, I guess you'll see whether that happens or not. Okay, so it's literally probably 2 minutes later, and I've managed to get that back on. Essentially, just use your finger on each side just to guide the clips in, and then once it's hanging on that, you can very easily just start one of the screws off, and then after that, it won't fall out. So, okay, so it's now just putting this back on. Okay, so both air filters are in the car now. It's quite a time-consuming job, although I did take my time. I think if I didn't take this wheel arch lining out, that would have probably saved me like an hour or so, so it's taken me most of the afternoon today. Next up, we'll look at the pollen filter. So I think this should be a very quick job. It just goes in here under the bonnet. So this airflow goes towards the back of the car, so I guess put these arrows towards the back of the car, which in this case is just that way. I'm just doing some final touch-up bits here. Something I did yesterday was just painting the inside of this disc silver, just because it was really rusty. I thought it didn't look really good, and it also doesn't match the back, which is satin black, so I've gone out and got some satin black, so we'll just touch that up now. And then we'll pretty much be done.